What's going on, fam? It's your boy, the Black Mastadonte, and welcome to another episode of What Really Happened, the show where we summarize and review your favorite movies and do it without a script because it's more fun that way. But we are back to continue this Marvel series, and as you know, I am always accompanied by my lovely co-host, Shamrock.
What up?
Shamrock, Shamrock. You know who it is. And we in this bitch about to do Iron Man 2. You ready? All right, so Iron Man 2. We start off with Iron Man, you know, just being Iron Man, flying around, going to the Stark Expo. It just reopened. He just restarted it. He's saying the Stark Expo is gonna run for a year. He basically goes up to everybody. The girls are dancing and everything. They're waiting for him to make some grand speech or whatever. He's like, hey guys, technology is the future. And what I'm telling you is I'm gonna invest in the future and technology, philanthropy. I'm Tony Stark, this is what I do. And then he shows him a video of his dad, right? Then he goes to the back, tests his blood, and he's like, ah, shit, my blood toxicity is like 90%. So that's how you know Tony Stark is dying in this movie. Like he may not make it out, but if you watch the rest of Iron Man 2, you know he gonna make it out. But he died. He's currently dying. All right, boom. That's happening, right? Him and Happy are leaving the expo. Then he gets called in. Apparently, the government wants to talk to him because they don't trust that he can take care of the Iron Man suit by himself. He made the shit. He saved the world once already, but they don't trust him with the Iron Man suit. So Senator Stern wants to speak with him about giving up the Iron Man suit to America so they can mass produce it and weaponize it, because we all know what America wants to do with shit. Like every single movie iteration of America just wants to take the weapon and utilize it for just mass world domination, but they don't want to say it. Anyways, okay. Tony's talking to Senator Stern, the government, and everybody else. And Senator Stern's like, sir, I don't believe you are capable of taking care of this Iron Man suit because you are one human being. So Senator Stern is like, hey man, give us a suit. And Iron Man is like, no, I made this suit. Fuck out of here, bro. So then they call his rival Justin Hammer. It's not actually his rival.
That's like calling Krillin Goku's rival.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. All right, so Justin Hammer comes in, right? Justin Hammer, he has his own little weapon thing going on somewhere else. He's like, oh, I believe Tony Stark is not capable of handling the Iron Man suit. Basically just repeating what Senator Stern said, right? So then they call in Rhodey. Rhodey is Tony Stark's best friend. As you guys know, Rhodey is not Terrence Howard anymore. It's freaking Don Cheadle's his name, right? He's still a good Rhodey. I just didn't like how they just kind of did the switch and they were just like, yo, deal with it, bro. I was like, okay.
He pulled the light skin Aunt Viv and
yeah. And we were just like, y'all can't just, he did went from light skin to dark skin. That's noticeable. They did the reverse, yeah.
Look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on. I just drop it.
So then Rhodey comes in and they try to use Rhodey to be like, hey, Tony Stark can handle the suit, blah, 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 because this, that, and the third. So then Tony's like, you know what? Fuck this. He hacks into the whole thing and he shows everybody watching that, hey, nobody out here is fucking with me, bro. Every single country trying to make my suit is failing. And then he shows Justin Hammer trying to make his suit and he's fucking up trying to make the suit. So that embarrassed him, that embarrassed Stern, and embarrassed the whole military thing of America, right? And then Tony leaves because he's like, haha, I'm Tony Stark. Fuck y'all niggas. So he dips, right? Bing, bang, boom. Tony's back in his room, right? Just chilling in his room. And then Pepper comes in angry like, yo, bro, there are so many things going on with your company right now and you're not taking care of it. So then Tony's like, you know what? Fuck my company. You can have it. He just makes Pepper CEO. Don't know how that makes sense, but he does it. She's capable of doing it, but it was like mad last minute. It was hella last minute, bro.
From, like, screaming at him and basically berating him to, oh my gosh, we're drinking champagne.
Yeah,
because you
bro.
just gave me your company, like,
bro, she had all these questions, all these problems with the company, and then he said, you know what, you're CEO. All these problems are now yours. And now she's happy? I'd be tight. I'll be like, bro, you better demote me right the fuck now. And then give me a raise. Boom, we move on. Tony and Happy are boxing, they're training. Pepper comes in with her new assistant, who's named Natasha, but it's Black Widow. We all know it's Black Widow. Like, we saw her, and we were like, damn, that's definitely not a side character. That's definitely a main character. Look at her face. Pepper calls Tony over like, yo, come over here and sign these documents so you can officially give me your company. He talks to Pepper about Natasha and she's like, listen, I know you. I know what you like to do. You nasty. All right, I'm not gonna talk to you about Natasha. So we move to Monaco. There's this Grand Prix going on, right? Tony's moving with Pepper. Obviously they're arguing because they have the worst relationship ever, if they even have a relationship right now. I don't even know what they're doing. Like, I would say they're talking, but they're not really talking. Anyways, they're in Monaco. Justin Hammer shows up with the journalist and he's like, oh, hey, me and Tony, we used to go way back, blah, blah, blah. And Tony's like, I don't know this dude. So then Tony goes to the bathroom. He has an epiphany. He's like, oh man, it's time for me to be stupid. So he just decides to leave the safety of the area he was in and just jump in a car and drive with these dudes.
You should keep a Tony stupid choices counter.
Oh yeah.
As the video goes on.
Facts.
We're gonna keep that. We're gonna do that. So that's one so far.
Yup. Stupid choice by Tony #1. So he just hops in the car and starts driving. Sooner or later, Pepper finds out. She starts losing it. She's like, why is Tony out here in the race? This is for professional drivers only. He could get himself hurt. Justin Hammer sees that and he's just like, what is this dude doing, bro? And then as the race goes on, freaking Ivan Vanko, Whiplash, the antagonist of this movie, shows up and starts cutting cars in half out of nowhere, bro.
Can we just talk about how he got on the track without anybody saying or
yeah,
or anything?
this
Like he just got on the track with all his weaponry
facts
and just started killing people.
Who's in charge of security over here, bro? So, Ivan Vanko, right? If you don't know, Ivan Vanko is the son of Anton Vanko. Anton Vanko used to work with Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, and they made the arc reactor together. However, what happened is that Anton Vanko wanted to use the arc reactor for money, while Howard was like, no, we should use it for making the world a better place. So, because of that, my man Howard deported this man, which is low-key messed up, but
he called ice on him.
He deported this man, and then because Russia couldn't get the arc reactor from him, they were like, fuck it, you're gonna go over someplace else. And then he had to raise Ivan in a fucked up place, even though he was dead ass like 2 seconds ago, living it up with Howard Stark, making science experiments and shit or whatever, right? So that's Ivan Vanko's story. Like, Ivan wants to go after Tony Stark because he wants revenge over what Howard Stark did to his father. Anyways, Ivan Vanko shows up, he starts cutting cars in half like it's nobody's business. Tony sees this and is like, oh shit, villain. He starts fighting this guy without any suit, he's just dodging. At this point, Pepper and Happy are on their way with his suit. They finally get to Tony. Pepper's losing her fucking mind. She's out here screaming her ass off, and for some reason, and I never understood this even when I watched Iron Man 2 the first time, for some reason, even while Happy is ramming into this man with the car, this dude is tanking the hits and still whipping the car. And like, I understand you're wearing a suit, Ivan, but there is no protection over there. You don't just get a mana shield because you have some mechanical armor on. Like, it doesn't work that way.
He's wearing the suit. He's wearing plot armor.
He's wearing plot armor. Finally, Pepper stops screaming for a sec. She's in this car wilding the fuck out. Finally, she stops screaming, right? And hands Tony over his suit. So Tony puts on his suit, he gets to work, beats up Whiplash, right? Everybody's like, wow, that was wild. So Tony and Pepper are on the plane back from Morocco, and Ivan, before they got on the plane, like after he beat him, was like, ha ha ha, you lost, you lose, blah, blah, blah. We're like, what does that mean? Ooh. So they're on the plane, right? And then Tony finds out that America's losing their shit because they're like, oh, he said that nobody else was gonna make this armor. He said that he was ahead of his time. But here we have somebody right here who made it, which is false because that's not true. He may have made something similar to the Iron Man suit since it uses an arc reactor, but it's not an actual copy of the Iron Man suit. On top of that, think about it like this. At the end of the day, who won the fight? Iron Man. Iron Man won here. I don't get what the big problem is. So, but anyways, America's out to get Tony Stark for all of his suits, right? Ivan gets sent to prison, right? He goes right back to prison because he was wildin'. But because Hammer saw what he could do, he was like, nah, I can't have this man in prison. So he breaks Ivan out of prison and he's like, hey bro, my enemy is your enemy. So we should team up. Me and you, best friends forever, right? Basically, Hammer's like, yo, I want you to make me suits that will destroy Stark Industries, that will make me the big boss, make me the monopoly king of technology, period. And then Ivan's like, yeah, I could do that, but I need my fucking bird. And then Hammer's like, okay, I can get you a bird. And he's like, no, I don't need a bird. I need my bird. And now we move on. We're back in Tony's house. Rhodey comes in and is like, bro, I'm trying to stop the military from sending tanks to your home, blasting in and taking these suits, my nigga. Like, you gotta stop, bro. By this point, Tony's like low-key at death's door, man. Like, he's poisoned. The palladium in his chest is really fucking with his bloodstream. Like, and then Rhodey realizes this and he's just like, yo, are you good? And he's just like, nah, bro, shit in my chest right here. It's trying to kill me. And I made it. Ain't that wild? And Rhodey's just like, damn, son, listen, you gotta get your act together because this, oh, I wanna be the only hero alive and work by myself shit, that ain't flying. So, while all this is happening, by the way, Tony Stark's birthday party's coming up. So before his birthday party, he's talking to Natasha and he's like, hey, here's the thing. I'm not telling you I'm gonna die, but I'm probably gonna die. What you think I should do? And Natasha's basically like, hey man, do what the fuck you want, YOLO. So Tony Stark's like, lit, heard you. So he throws a party in his suit, bad Tony Stark decision number 2, gets drunk in his suit, bad decision number fucking 3. So everybody's out here cheering because they're stupid, they're just Iron Man fans or whatever. Rhodey comes in and is like, I'ma call the cops. And Pepper's like, don't do that, don't be a snitch, they're gonna take his suits. So she goes to the front and she's like, hey guys, party's over. And then Tony's like, yeah, you know what? The party is over. But guess what? The after party started like 10 minutes ago and it's happening right now. And Pepper's like, God damn. And then he starts blasting empty wine bottles. Bad decision number what are we on, 4?
4.
4. 3 more in like, this is all like a few scenes, people. Like, I understand she said, do what the fuck you want, but no one said to go into a weapon of mass destruction and get drunk and then start shooting shit inside a house. Why? For what purpose? So then Rhodey gets a bright idea. He's like, I know what to do. I'm gonna take one of his suits and fight Tony in his, well, no, he didn't say he was gonna fight Tony. He went to Tony, tried to flex, right? He was like, yo, bro, y'all need to stop. Tony's like, yo, bro, goes to the DJ, play a beat so I can whip my best friend's ass too, bro. And then they start fighting. At decision number 5, because he started the fight for no reason in his house. Your house isn't built for that, bro. There are times where your house is not built for certain things. And no one's house is built for 2 people to go in Power Ranger suits and duke it out. It's not right. So these guys are fighting, right? These guys are duking it out. And then it ends up with them doing a beam struggle at the very end because Tony Stark gets drunk. Bad decision number fucking 5 right there. No, 6.
6.
Yeah, bad decision number 6 right there. So they have the beam struggle. Tony Stark is drunk, so he gets knocked out, right? Rhodey is like, yo, Tony, I'm taking the suit, bro, cause you wildin'. So he dips with the suit, just takes this man's suit. Rhodey goes back to the military. He's like, guess what I got? I got the suit. He didn't tell him. He dead ass robbed Tony for the suit. It's not their right to claim the suit. He made the suit. I feel like people are forgetting the fact that Tony Stark made all these suits. What do you mean it's your right to have these suits? For what? So you could weaponize it? Cause that's what comic book America does all the time? Fucking crazy.
They're crazy.
Out of their mind. I'm sweating here from the anger. At this point also, what's going on with Hammer and Ivan, because as you know, they're teaming up right now. Ivan made drones into the suits. And Hammer's like, why did you make drones? I need people to fit in them. Ivan makes a very good point. Drones are better, because why would we sacrifice human lives for these dumbass wars? So, Tony Stark is in some random donut place in his suit, getting over his hangover. He gets called in by, I keep on calling him Hawkeye. I keep on calling Nick Fury Hawkeye because of his one eye. I know it's because of his one eye. It's because I know exactly why. So it's the eye. It's the eye, bro. He gets called in by Nick Fury and Black Widow, right? He finds out finally that Black Widow's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. And then Nick Fury's like, hey man, you're fucking up, bro. You're out here being stupid, getting drunk in your suit. Stop it. You need help. Stop it. Natasha gives Tony Stark some random serum or whatever that cures the palladium poisoning that's going on in his body. And basically, not cures, like temporarily eases it, takes the edge off, according to what Nick Fury says. So Nick is like, listen, bro, your father said that there is some way to solve it, but you are the chosen one. You are the only person that can solve this puzzle on creating the perfect arc reactor that won't turn your blood into mush. If I was Tony in that situation, I would be like, are you dead ass? He hit me with a chosen one bolt. How am I supposed to know what that means? Stop speaking in riddles, father, and give me I'm about to die. It's crazy, because I'm pretty sure his father never suspected that, like, oh yeah, you know, my son, there might be a chance for my son, like, needs this before he dies, but fuck Howard at this point. No, not fuck Howard, but still, fuck Howard a little bit, tiny bit.
Just a smidge.
Just a little bit. Just in this one, not like fuck Jing, just fuck Howard a little bit. So, back at Tony's place, Stark and Fury have another conversation. He tells them the whole story about how Anton Vanko and Howard Stark created the arc reactor, but apparently they never truly completed it. According to Howard, the arc reactor they made was one small step to something even greater. But back in those times, they didn't have the actual technology to create the true arc reactor. So Howard was like, you know what? In the future, my son's probably gonna have the tools to make what I want to make. So I'm gonna leave it up to my son because he is the chosen one. And then he hands him a whole bunch of stuff that Howard Stark used to have. He finds the message that his father left for him, and he was just like, all this is for you, Tony. I built all this for you. This is basically me showing you that I love you. Tony hears this and is like, I now have faith in myself. He leaves and goes back to Stark Enterprise, right? To go and grab his things that were left there because, as you know, he's no longer the CEO of that place. Pepper's not really talking to Tony right now. Tony's trying to tell Pepper, hey, I'm trying to tell you I'm acting this way because I'm low-key dying, but she doesn't want to hear it. Then Tony looks at the little mapping of the Stark Expo world that his father created, like a little blueprint, and is like, you know what? I'm gonna take all this shit home with me. Brings it home, he looks at it, and somehow my man figures out the atom structure of a completely new element that was never discovered in the world before. How? How does that make an element?
The power of friendship.
How?
Okay, let me stop y'all right there. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Conscience. In that scene where Tony Stark was watching that video of his father, Howard hinted at the fact that the blueprint of the Stark Expo would give him what he needed to figure out how to make the complete arc reactor, the element he would need for the complete arc reactor. So while yes, it is crazy that Tony Stark somehow figured out how to manipulate this blueprint to make it look like an atomic structure, it does make sense because Howard hinted at it. So don't you just wildin' and being stupid.
So Tony figures out how to make the element that's required to fix his whole arc reactor problem, right? He makes the element by almost tearing down his whole house. He finds out that Ivan Vanko is working with Hammer, and right now they're having this whole little weapons expo thing where he's gonna present all the weapons he made, basically those drones that Ivan Vanko met. So he's like, oh fuck, that's not a good idea. So he puts the reactor in his chest without testing it and is like, fuck it, let's go for it, right? We go in and I'm gonna fuck this nigga up, right? At this point, Rhodey shows up in the War Machine suit, and then all the drones are there, right? And Hammer's having a great old time being like, haha, look at me, I'm the new Tony Stark, blah, 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 right? And then Tony actually shows up. He goes to Rhodey and is like, Ivan and Hammer are working together. Pepper's in the crowd, mad confused, honestly just done with Tony's shit by now. Hammer's like, bro, what are you doing? And then all the drones start activating immediately because Ivan is in the back controlling these shits, right? Because he had another agenda and Hammer was way too stupid to see it. So this man controls all the drones and they go flying up after Tony, right? Tony's flying away from these drones, trying to get them away from the people. The people are scattering. But while they're dipping, the drones that couldn't fly are just running into the crowd. And I was talking to Shamar about this. And I was like, imagine being in the crowd and seeing all these Gundams just walking towards you. Come here, little nigga, what the fuck? I would cry.
I would never go to another expo again.
I think out of fear, I would just try to fight the robot. I'll be like, yo, you're gonna catch me anyway, so let's just do this right now. So Tony's leaving, escaping, blah, blah, blah. Then Natalie Natasha Black Widow breaks into Hammer Industries, hacks into his system, and breaks War Machine free of Ivan's hold on him. This girl is clutch as fuck. So War Machine is good. Him and Tony go meet up in a park and they talk about what happened. They're like, hey man, shit happens. It's cool, we're good, whatever, whatever. Then all the drones show up, right? And then one of the dopest Iron Man scenes ever happens. Like, this is the movie personification of what happens when you and your bro play an MMO for years, get mad strong, have all the skills, and just body mad enemies, bro. These guys are out here just talking shit like, oh, you see that? Lasers, nigga. Ah, sword, nigga. Laser beam, lightsabers, like it's lit. And then Ivan shows up in his Whiplash Iron Man suit. They're fighting him. Somehow Ivan's destroying these guys. These guys just destroyed all the grunts. They're going against the main boss and they can't beat him, right? Ivan is laughing. He has both them like wrapped up around them with his chains or whatever. And then Tony's like, yo, Rhodey, we gotta do the special move. We gotta do the thing. And they beam struggle at his chest and it blows up. And then Ivan's done at that point or whatever. And I mentioned this to Shamar and Shamar made a very good point. I said, his helmet is off. Shoot the guy in the face. Yeah. But Shamar made a very good point of saying that would probably kill him. And I don't know if these guys, like, but my thing is this, I'm pretty sure Tony doesn't care that much about killing people. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't read a lot of Iron Man comics, so I'm not completely sure. But from what I've seen, I don't think Tony really gives a fuck if he kills somebody who was trying to kill him. So I would have just shot him in the face. Anyway, so they beat Ivan. Tony goes to Pepper and then basically talk it out. And then he kisses her. And when he makes out with her finally, Pepper forgives him for everything. I cannot make this up. All the strife, all the anger she held in the movie towards Tony gets completely deleted once he kisses her. It makes absolutely no sense. This man threw the CEO position on you out of nowhere and y'all are good now because he kissed you?
All she wanted was the D.
She wanted his affection and his love, and he wasn't giving that to her. But my thing is this, bro, like, how can you still forgive him for all the shit he put you through? Like, just like that? Anyways, Pepper and Tony, they're good. Rhodey takes a War Machine suit and dips. He goes to Nick Fury now. Nick Fury's talking to him about the whole Avengers Initiative or whatever. And Tony's thinking, oh yeah, you're gonna ask me for the position. And then Nick Fury's like, nah, bro, you too unstable, bro. You way too unstable. We're not giving it to you. But we'll hire you as a consultant. And then Tony's like, nah, you can't afford me. Tony gets the Medal of Honor from Senator Stern, which is hilarious. I guess America has now forgiven Tony for everything that he's done because once again, he beat the bad guy. He beat the bad guy last time. What's the big deal? If you guys are gonna forgive him after beating the bad guy a second time, like, maybe they're happy because now technically War Machine is a military weapon. I don't know. America forgave Tony Stark or whatever. They're good with Tony now. He's now in a better position with Pepper. Boom.
The whole time Senator Stern is awarding them, he looks constipated, like,
yeah.
that face.
When he's smiling, he's like, all right, and then, as usual, the after credits clip. After credits clip here is Thor's hammer. That's it. Boom! That's what happened in Iron Man 1. Iron Man 2. That is what really happened in Iron Man 2. I hope you enjoyed the film, the retelling of the film. This is basically like a film, I guess. It's like a stand-up duo film. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. End screen. Yo, what's going on, fam? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. If you really enjoyed it, don't forget to share and hit that bell notification button so that you get updated on whenever I upload new content, because if you don't, you will never get updated, and that sucks. Next up, we're going to take a break from the Marvel films, even though we just got back here, and we're going straight to Detective Pikachu. We're going to do a video on what really happened in Detective Pikachu. It's gonna be fire. We're actually gonna record that right now. So shout out to the patrons. Appreciate you guys. If you want to become a patron yourself, check out the link in the description below and find out how you can support the channel for $1 a month. And with that being said, that is all, folks. So as usual, be easy, stay lit, take care, Black Lives Matter, stay healthy out there, wear your freaking mask, and as always, you can do whatever the fuck you put your mind to. All it takes is time and practice. Yeah, got it. All right, peace out, y'all.